Gerard has 600,000 followers, all through organic marketing, and collected $220,000 in 1 month from organic. To be honest, mate, I've never met anyone else in my life that has done that. So congratulations.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it.
What is an affiliate marketing program? Because people in my audience might not know.
So an affiliate marketing program is basically where it's like kind of recommending someone to your favorite restaurant, and in fact the restaurant actually gives you a commission for that referral. So
yeah, what was your highest month of ad spend?
Ad spend got up to like $80,000 to $90,000. We spent about $3,000 a day.
Tell me more about your fitness business. So you transitioned into your own business, your own brand. You were the face of the brand. Today you have 600,000 followers.
I've always been into fitness. Everyone's known me as the fitness guy, and I was like, fuck, like let's look into this. And so what I did is I started just posting on my Instagram account, like my transformation. I'm like, I'm gonna get shredded. I'm gonna start posting tips and stuff like that. I did that for 12 months. I didn't even have a product. I had nothing.
So going from 30K to 220,000 cash collected in 1 month, what was the biggest difference for you? What was the biggest thing that you had to learn on that journey?
The biggest thing I had to learn was...
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Fitness Business Growth Podcast. I'm here with Gerard. How are you, mate?
I'm great, mate. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thanks for joining us, mate. So Gerard has 600,000 followers, all through organic marketing, and collected $220,000 in 1 month from organic. To be honest, mate, I've never met anyone else in my life that has done that. So congratulations.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it.
So, mate, tell us your story, tell us your journey, because you just don't wake up with 600,000 followers. I'd love to hear your origin story from day one to where you are now and what led you to blow up on Instagram.
All right, cool. I could go in many directions here, but I'll just try to explain what happened from the very start. So basically, I quit my accounting job back in 2014, end of 2013. I started an online business as affiliate marketing. Burned the boats, got a loan out, and I was like, all right, if I fail at this from 12 months, I'm just going to work at Subway, because I was just sick at being an accountant. And what happened was, after that 12 months, we cracked the code with actual paid marketing, which was YouTube at the time. And us and Ty Lopez were like the only ones like advertising on YouTube. And we just got leads fucking super dirt cheap for an affiliate offer that was like $30,000, but we would make 40% commission on it.
Far out.
Yeah. And but what ended up happening, we were the number one affiliates for that company for about 6-7 years. And we were doing like $200,000 months from like 50K ad spend.
So for those that don't know, Ty Lopez is like one of the legendary marketers on planet Earth. So how did you get involved with him, and how did you become that affiliate? How are you one of two? And how did you find this blue ocean of a product?
Yeah, it was crazy. So I got introduced to a book, Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I was looking into real estate investment, stuff like that. Then my brother, who was also the one who got me into accounting, was like, he was working the mines and he quit his job because he was doing this online marketing thing. Yeah. And I was like, it's all bullshit, it's all scam. And then he started showing me some videos, and I was like, I really resonated with the owner of this company and everything. I was like, man, this guy's cool.
So you were in the mines, mate. You were underground. You were the biggest skeptic online marketing.
That was my brother. I was an accountant.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the one like plugging away at this little affiliate marketing thing, and he made like a $3,000 commission in one night, and that kind of made me go, oh fuck, what is this? Let me have a look. And I did my research, and I was like, shit, this is actually legit. And it was I forgot what the company was called. I think they're rebranded to some mentors.com or something like that.
Okay.
It's by Stuart Ross. But yeah, I got into that, and basically they just taught you what affiliate marketing was, all that kind of stuff. But they had like offers where you could promote them, and like big offers as well, where they have the funnel that like upgrades them, and you don't have to do any of the fulfillment, but they teach you how to run ads. Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
So just to be clear, I guess I'd love you to expand on what is an affiliate marketing program, because people in my audience might not know.
Yeah, cool. So an affiliate marketing program is basically where it's like kind of recommending someone to your favorite restaurant, and like the restaurant actually gives you a commission for that referral. So
yeah,
products that you use online, emails, like website builders, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So there's two ones I can think of that come top of mind that people would know. It's AG1, recommended by every successful podcaster on earth. And we've got Manscaped. Manscaped for everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah, I see that everywhere for sure.
Yeah.
But that's the gist of it.
Yeah. And the other one in our world that we see is Go High Level. So people will be an affiliate to effectively go high level, where they leverage high level and sell it as their own or sell it as their own product.
Yeah, we with that previous company, we built an email list of like 250,000 people through our paid ads. And we had them referring to Aweber at the time at that link. We still get Aweber checks for like $800 to this day per month. It's died down because I deleted the list. I was like, shit, it's costing me too much to store this list.
So being an accountant, being skeptical by nature, looking at the numbers, what were your thoughts when you first discovered this new way of making money? And what was the thought that went through your head?
Oh, man, I was fucking blown away. I just couldn't believe there was like programs even costing that much and people paying that much for programs out there. And what ended up happening, because we cracked the code, we were the first movers to YouTube. Because they taught a little bit of YouTube, but I went to one of their events and I just spoke to this marketer and he's like, oh, you know, this campaign's really working well for me on YouTube. And he's like, I just target the keyword Tony Robbins. And literally, we at the time, we were just getting the owner's videos and like creating a whole channel as the owner with our links to connect it to everything. So no one knew who we were. And we cracked our first 10K a month. And then once we saw, all right, let's just double the ad spend. We'd spend $3,000, make 10. Then we spent 6, make 20. And then we kept doubling and then even tripling. And that.
What was your highest month of ad spend?
Ad spend got up to like $80,000 to $90,000. We'll spend about $3,000 a day.
And I don't care how much money you're making, you're still spending $3K a day. And there's that thought in your throat of like, I just spent $1,000 for the last couple of hours. How did you overcome that? And I guess your emotions behind spending that much money when you're effectively not guaranteed a return.
Well, honestly, it was just getting told by our mentors and stuff like that. It's like, this is working. You're doubling your money here. If you just doubled the ad spend, like, just try it. And we had
the good old days, hey?
What's that?
Yeah, the good old days of just internet marketing, first movers.
And I don't realize how lucky we made it, because what ended up happening was I found a really good hack where we just targeted the channel. Like TED Talks was huge back then. And we were getting leads for like $2, $3 on YouTube.
Far out.
Google leads. And, you know, upgrading to like $40,000 offers, and we're getting like 40% commission on that. We were literally living the laptop lifestyle for about a good 6 years. And then I actually went to an agency, or a shitty agency, and they're like, we'll take over your ads, we'll do everything. And they told me to shut down this account because it's like, it's going to get banned and all this stuff, like targeting TED Talks. And then they changed everything, and then fucking our income just died. I was like, what the fuck? What have you done? Like,
so it's the highs and lows of internet marketing, right? Like the highs are highs and the lows are low.
Yeah, but the beautiful thing about that business anyway was it was literally no fulfillment, no sales calls, nothing. It was click a link, and we're just looking at how much ad spend, how much income's coming in. And it was so...
You must have felt like the luckiest person on earth.
I thought that was like, I kind of thought that's how life was. Now I was like, how can not everyone do this? But then reality.
Now, when you told your accounting buddies what was going on, what were their thoughts?
I made them all quit their jobs. So everyone in my generation of accountants around when we got started together, there was about 10 of us. We all ended up like leaving our jobs, and they've gone and created businesses themselves. So we still talk today, and they always thank me. They're like, man, if you hadn't done that back then, we'd all be accountants still.
Yeah, mate, I think universities are scary, mate.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
So, mate, tell me more about your fitness business. So you transitioned into your own business, your own brand. You were the face of the brand. Today you have 600,000 followers. But when you started that account, like how many followers did you have? What was the first post, and how did you grow that business?
Cool. So at the end of that affiliate marketing journey, when we just lost passion for it, because we realized a lot of people were referring us like, man, it's only like the top 2% who actually make it. You need a lot of capital to invest into marketing and all that. So I kind of lost a bit of purpose there, and I stopped looking at it, and we're making like 60 grand a month passively without marketing anyway. So we're just like, let's do something different. And then I've always been into fitness. Everyone's known me as the fitness guy. And I was like, fuck, like, let's look into this. And so what I did is I started just posting on my Instagram account, like my transformation. I was like, I'm going to get shredded. I'm going to start posting tips and stuff like that. I did that for 12 months. I didn't even have a product. I had nothing. And I accumulated about... So
just confirming, the first 12 months you were just sharing your story, and like how much weight did you lose?
It was just 10 kilos. I've never been like super fat, but like, you know, it's like it's me getting up real shredded and abs kind of thing. Like, and I feel really shit when I put on like 10 kilos. I just look bloated and a mess. But yeah, that was basically, I was just sharing tips. And then I was looking into like, fuck, like how do I turn this into a business? And I was just online search. Some guy's article came up from the UK, like you can charge, he's charging 5, 10, 15, 20K for his online coaching program for like busy men or something like that.
Yeah. So at the time, did you think you were going to sell an ebook for $20? What was your first
100%.
thought?
I was my ebooks and everything. I had that all in the pipeline. I was like, man, I'm putting so much effort in. I'm going to sell this for fucking $20, and and only had 2,000 followers. So after all that, 2,000 followers.
So there's a real lesson there, right? Like you posted every day your story, personal journey, lost 10 kilos, put all your blood, sweat, and tears to it for a measly 2,000 followers.
Yeah. But what ended up happening actually is there was a little bit, I got a little bump in it because I started posting quick workout videos, and they're all like HIIT performance style training. And I do not train like that at all, but the audience liked it. And then I became this guy who just did all these quick HIIT workouts. And so I just kept posting.
So you're doing the bro split at the gym, and then you're posting different workouts on Instagram.
Yeah, for sure. Because that's what the audience liked. They didn't like bro splits and shit like that.
There's such a message behind that, right? Because we become such technicians. Like I do a bro split to this day, chest day, Monday, forever, but no one wants to see that shit.
Yeah, well, not my audience anyway, but that got me from like 2,000, I grew to 20,000. I was like, fuck, this is good.
The posts that you were making there, was it just like, were they carousels, images, videos, or a bit of a combination?
It was just, it was mostly pictures of my before and afters, always putting shredded pictures up, and then like quick 60-second, like, here's the workout, bang, 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 like I don't think Reels was even a thing back then.
No. So 2,000 to 20,000, at this point, as you were growing your audience, you were onto something, you realized this is my niche, this is my avatar, this is what they like. Did you start to monetize that audience through ebooks? Did you start booking sales calls?
I actually didn't. It was from that online search where I found the guy talking about high ticket fitness. I got in a call with him, ended up spending like $6,000, and I was like, and it was shit. It was like the worst mentor I ever had. Like, didn't really show me anything. I was like, give me something. It's like, give me concepts, but not giving me like, hey, here's the thing. Like, just do this. I did that for like 6 months. Didn't make any money actually with that because I was just so scared of launching my program because I was like, it's not perfect. I got another mentor. His name was Sterling Griffin. He had Life Changer Academy back then, and best 10K I ever spent. And within that first 30 days, I made $10,000, even with like small following. And back then,
I would love to dive into that. One mentor was not great. One mentor was great. What separated those two mentors?
Well, what separated was his energy was way higher, and plus, as soon as you got in, he's like, fucks, don't procrastinate about building this program. Here's the post this to your thing, and here's the sales script you're going to use. All right. And then you're literally going to get on calls, and he goes, build the program out once you've made the sales. And then, and he actually gave me a ClickFunnels like program. Like you could just put in an intro video and it walked them through a 12-week program anyway. So
well, we first met each other because you watched my content. So I appreciate it. But like, there is a huge difference between the tactics as in like, hey, follow these 5 steps A to Z and you will get a result, as opposed to the other mentor saying like, hey, you got to have a good mindset. Hey, you got to like, just absolute fucking, I hate fluff. Like, tell me exactly what to do.
And that's exactly, he had like the first mentor was like, here's the modules and here's the concept of how you sell high ticket and here's how you build out your program. And I spent 6 months just trying to build out a program. Second guy is like, hey, here's your program. You can edit this later. Here's what you post on Facebook right now.
Mate, what was the post? Do you remember?
It was simply like, I'm looking for 10 men and women who want to work with me and I'm going to give you custom workout. It was just like a 5 guys post. That was all.
Mate, there's nothing, mate, the 5 guys post works to this day.
And I didn't realize because I've been posting free stuff for a year. Like I'd heap of people put their hands up.
So effectively the advice was post a call to action.
Post a call to action, yeah. But I was scared back then because I'm like, I don't have a program, I don't know what to do, kind of thing. And the second guy, I was like, mate, you gotta just get like, here's the script, just fucking read it and post this, and then and we'll start posting organically and stuff like that. So anyway, with that first guy, I went from 10 and I think I made 30K like organically with a tiny following. And then
so just to confirm, 20,000, I think context and timing is important. So 20,000 followers, you followed some basic call to actions and you had your first 30K month.
Yep.
What were you charging at the time for your program?
I started at $1,500 and then through my mentors and everything, I ended up getting to 4K for 16 14 weeks.
And the $1,500 program, was that like call to action, DM, booking a sales call, and you were selling them?
I did a 2 call close. So it was just call to action.
That's a mistake.
Yeah. Well, that's I was always scared to sell someone on the first call, kind of back then, and fucking nervous for that first call as well. I think it was a person from high school who knew me or whatever, and I was just like reading the script, and when he said yes, gave me $1,500, I was jumping around the house like, what the fuck just happened?
Mate, we had a couple of sales reps start this week, and they made their first sale, and you never forget your first sale. You never forget getting that first credit card. It's amazing. Running that payment, successful in Stripe.
Incredible, yeah, and so that's what happened, and like basically, got to like 30K a month like that. But then I started like hiring employees, stuff like that, and I was just like getting a bit stuck with growing organically. All I was doing was just the whole message every fucking contact in your list, 100 daily messages a day, like just really outbounding, Facebook groups, all that kind of stuff. That's how I was.
And did you have a VA helping you, or was that you then?
I had a VA, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, had a VA, definitely helping me. And that got me to a certain point, but then I was like, couldn't break past 20, 30K a month. I actually went through like a bit of a depression. I stopped fucking working for 8 months. I had my coach handling everything, and they ended up leaving me and stuff like that. I had to jump back into coaching, and I went to a spiritual retreat, freaking self-love, and like everything's okay. And from there, we boomed up again because our energy was back, started posting every day. And
So what stopped you from going from, and that's the thing, Gerard, like people will hear 20, 30K a month and they'll think, how dare you for being depressed? That's exactly what I want to do. I want to have my first 10K a month. I'm outbounding 100 people a day. What's going wrong with me? So when you got to 30K a month and you were doing the outbound, you were doing the activity, I guess what led you to making those sales? Do you think it was the messages you were saying? What was happening in the DMs? Was it the content? What do you think made you successful at that point where other people get stuck?
I think I found a little vein of gold when it came to like one of my clients that I signed up. He was like a businessman, entrepreneur, owned like an auto mechanic shop in the United States. And I had a Facebook group. It was just for busy men, like high performance men. And then what ended up happening was he loved me so much and loved my free Facebook group. He started inviting all his mates from his mentorship, right, into this group. So it was about, like, I think I sold like 50 of them at like
so
4K.
good.
It's like, because they all love me because he was referring everyone to this group. Talk to Gerard, and everything like that. And that's helped me a lot, actually. That was the first thing. It wasn't about viral or anything. I had no followers, like 20,000 something at the time, but they were mostly coming from Facebook. So I had like literally like no followers on Facebook at that point. But the reason why I burnt out and I quit and went through depression and all that is because I was just spinning too many plates, and I just like, it was literally like just too much going on. And then I started binge eating and I got fat and I was fucking hated
Yeah. So sometimes with organic, like I'm very much paid. I love paid ads. It's like my favorite thing in the world to talk about because organic does work, but there just is a better way. And if you can master paid ads, if you can get the funnel working, if you understand I put $1 in and get $5 out, I'm not saying stop organic, but it takes you so much time. Even if you outsource it to VAs, like VAs aren't the easiest people to manage.
Oh yeah, 100%. So what ended up happening from there, when I like, basically what happened was I started making progress again after I got over my own shit, and then I started posting again, and then my assistant coach started blowing up on Facebook, like, because he was just doing 20-second reels and shit like that. And he goes, Gerard, you're good personality stuff. Start doing reels. Just do one every day for the next 6 months. Let go of the outcome, and we'll see what happens. And honestly,
what year was this, mate?
What year? That was 2021.
Okay. So the other thing too, people that think that have grown a big follower to 600,000 followers, they always assume, oh, he must have started in 2014. He must have got lucky. That wasn't too long ago.
No, but the growth was fucking rapid though. Like, so what happened was I posted for a good 6 months and was just getting crickets on every single fucking post. Like, I was like, this is not working. And then they just kept encouraging, like my coach, my wife, friends are like, just keep going, man, keep going. And the one reel just hit, like it got its first 10,000, and I got another reel that hit 100,000, and I was like, fuck. And then there was this other reel I did that got like freaking like 1.2 million or something like that. And
man, that's a crazy amount of people. If you try and picture 1.2 million people.
Yeah, and the coolest thing about that, and this is what changed everything for me, was actually I'll take a step back. the reason why I really like started making some ground was because my brothers like saw what I was doing. Is, oh, you're making 20, 30K. Like, do you want me to come in and like help out or do some sales calls or something? And I was so afraid to let go of sales because I was like, I only can sell. I tried coaching someone on sales before, my sister, and they just fucking suck. But my brother's exactly like me, same personality, everything like that. He lives next door.
Yeah.
And he basically said, look, if you want to like really drive this up, like just focus on the content. And then that's what I went really hard at. And he just took over the sales and he was shit for the first 30 days. But then after that, it was like fucking clockwork because he got it. And then it was like, now I'm not doing sales calls. And all I did, because I wasn't coaching either, I had my coach coaching the clients. So my goal every day is because I bought this $50 fucking TikTok course from some guy on YouTube. And I just literally followed exactly what he said. And I did it for like 30 days. And my following just fucking blew up from there. And that's how I got to 1.2 million because he gave me suggestions. Hey, here's what you do. Post this. Hey, that went really well. Do another one like that. And that first one that got 1.2 million got me featured in the Sun, like the UK magazines and stuff like that. And because I got featured there, I got a bunch more followers. And then everyone started inquiring about coaching. And I was only coaching men at the time. But I had so many women. Like, it was all women. Like, hey, do you coach women? I'm like, sure. Yeah, of course I do. And and that's how we had a huge spike. And we literally went from like those 20, 30K months. And then it went to like 60. And then it went to 100. Then it went 130, 150. Then 200, 220, and then it just stayed consistent around 180 to 220. And I was just like, wow, crack the code.
So twice in your life, you had a coach's advice, you followed it, you got a result, you paid for a $50 course on YouTube, followed the TikTok advice and went up from 20,000 followers to 600,000, having reels hitting 1.2 million views and doing $200,000 a month.
Yeah, it's crazy when you look back at it.
And mate, at that point when you had 200K a month, what was your price point?
It was 3,500 paid in full and 4,200 on payment plan because we were doing 26-week programs, 500 to get started and 150 a week. Or if you want to pay in full, it's just 3,500.
And when you were getting all that organic reach through like all the views, all the likes, all the comments, did you have a team of setters then too? Engaging with the followers, engaging with the comments, then booking sales calls?
For sure, I did. Yeah, I had a team of 4 setters. And the comments, like, because the way, that's why I love ManyChat as well. It's always comment keyword or DM me keyword, and they just pour in. And I actually got banned a couple of times because there was just too many chats going on, like within ManyChat. It would have like 10,000 comments and 10,000 new conversations. And we're like, fuck. What are we going to do here? And but you know, we worked around it. I actually lost my Instagram account like for a good 2 months, and I was panicking. That's when I was at about 300,000 followers, and I was like, "Fuck, this is shit." That was my main source of traffic. But some guy in my network knows a ninja guy who's fucking Facebook, and I paid him like $4,000. And
you know what? I've heard of this, of like accounts getting banned, and then there's that guy who bans it pretty much and unbans it for you. It's like his business.
I don't know, but anyway, it was worth the money because like once he unlocked that, like we'll sweet again.
So going from 30K to 220,000 cash collected in 1 month, what was the biggest difference for you? What was the biggest thing that you had to learn on that journey?
The biggest thing I had to learn was to let go of every part of the business and focus on one thing. That was it. Like, and
your thing was just making content?
Yeah, it was marketing. I started sharing my information with another group. I think you might not know Dan Suckling, if you know him.
Yeah, I know of Dan. Heard amazing things.
Yeah, he's amazing. And basically, I was part of his group. And when he saw me blowing up, he made me share like everything I did step by step. Like, fucking, here's the document. Here's exactly what you do. Now he sells that as part of his course. Like, it's like a free like bonus he gives away with my webinar on there. But basically, the biggest thing was, honestly, it was making that decision, like to get off sales calls and get someone else to do it, and just to go all in on marketing. And when I told everyone that I don't do anything else, I don't coach clients, I don't do sales calls, my only goal for the day, and this is how I blew up really quickly, is I post 4 times a day. It's like
4 times a day?
4 times a day. I kept going for, and I gave the same advice to one of my people in my network, and now he's at 750,000, and he just collected $1 million over the last 3 months.
Far out. That's amazing.
So he surpassed me because he's actually better than me in content.
Yeah. It's just the power of consistency, right? Like 4 times a day. You posted for 12 months, got nothing. You're at 2,000 followers, continued to post, got to 20,000 followers, had some successful 30K months, invested in a course, 220,000, and you're posting 4 times a day, 28 times a week, 1,000 times a year. Something's got to hit.
Oh, fucking oath. I tell everyone, like, I think I heard this from Harmozy. He's just like, he told his friend, he's like, oh, I don't like organic or whatever. He's like, mate, just post every day for the next 6 months and let go of the outcome or something like that. And like, talk to me then. And then like, you know, it got to like month 5 and he had a breakthrough and then bang. Because you do learn, you just look at the metrics. You're like, oh, that one hit, that topic hit. And then the one thing that hit for me a lot, which is how I grew so much, is I just started talking about cortisol. And it was not a big topic when I started doing it. And then as soon as my posts start blowing up, everyone starts copying the cortisol stuff. And now it's such a big thing with cortisol. And that became a part of my sales technique. And I always talk about cortisol and why our program's different. And this is why you can't lose weight.
Yeah. Letting go of things in the business is so hard. And just, it's a Dan Martell quote, 80% done is 100% awesome. And you want to be involved in every aspect of the business, but you just simply can't. And if you are booking 50 sales calls a week, you physically cannot be on those calls. Cool. So you just have to be okay with not the founder, not the face, closing a little bit less, but the absolute profit, the absolute revenue ends up being way higher.
Oh, 100%.
So organic went well. And then you delved into paid ads. Now, paid ads is a completely different world because organic people, they know, they like you, they trust you. They may have watched 4 reels a day for 12 months. I'd love you to talk about the differences of paid marketing and what you saw in regards to leads as well as the sales off the bat compared to organic.
Yeah, I'd like to go back a couple steps here because I actually did dabble in paid ads when I was working with Dan, and like I paid for his done for you thing, and it was like 25 grand or something. He set up these funnels and did the marketing and everything like that, but that didn't return anything. It was just like I spent like, I don't know, 15, 20K, and I might have just broken even on it, maybe lost a little bit. Couldn't figure it out. And then what ended up happening was I kept getting my ad accounts banned. Like for no reason, there's just ban, and I could not get it. I had freaking 20 accounts set up through family members, this, there, and I was like, I got so frustrated with the paid marketing stuff. And this was before I went viral, by the way, because I was like, I can't rely on this organic. I need to get paid. And then the paid wasn't paying me like the return. So I'm like, fuck, what are you going to do now, Gerard? You have to post organic. You have no choice. I did not want to post organic. Yeah. And that's when my coach was like, man, you got no choice. Like, let's just start posting. And that's how we blew up from there. But what I learned with paid was, it's so much harder to close on sales calls than what I was expecting. I was like, oh yeah, I'm a legend at sales. Like I close like 90% of people, and then I went to paid. It's like getting people to show up, and there's so much less trust, and much harder to close.
Yeah, and I guess with that, it's just really, really important in regards to like just understand the difference, and like it's so interesting because a lot of gym owners think they're great sales reps because they've only closed referrals in organic compared to paid. And it is a completely different world. And a great way to explain it is if someone's watched you for 12 months, they know they trust you. If it's a paid funnel, how can you condense that into like a 48-hour period where they know that you exist, they opt in, they book in a call, they watch a video, they fill in an application, they end up showing up.
Yep. Yeah, and that's what I'm learning right now. Last 30 days, I've been rebranding and doing everything right, so that when I go to Charlie, like I kind of want to get started quicker rather than later. Just that whole, you need to create a funnel that's so condensed that makes them know, like, and trust you, gives you a unique mechanism, all that kind of stuff, like in a package so they want to show up.
Well, what is interesting, people have a tremendous success with paid marketing with next to no followers and no brand. They just have an amazing ad, amazing niche, hook, funnel, everything. So I imagine if you can nail your paid with 600,000 followers, that has to mean something. It has to.
Well, I did get back into paid for a bit because I was like, shit, we've got a lot of followers now. Let's just fucking whack up some ads. And they were mostly retargeting. I spent within that first 30 days of doing the paid, I spent like $3,000 and cash collected like 27K.
Unreal.
I was like, mate, this is great. But then I just couldn't get the lead cost was started around 5. But then I don't know paid ads well enough with Facebook and stuff like that. I realized you're going to keep refreshing them and making them new, and eventually they start dying. The lead cost starts going up, and then they started just breaking even, not profitable. And I was just getting way too many organic anyway, and it was filling up my sales team with shitty cold leads when I was like, fuck it, let's just do our organic
There's
stuff.
ways to do that too, where sometimes if you know your show rate's appalling, you can actually mark the booking as free, so an organic booking can go over the top of it. We find that works too. But
I did that as well for any paid. When my fucking shop rate was like 25-30%. I was like, fuck this. I'm opening 4 slots per thing. It's like...
Yeah. So I guess with paid, it is just like, it is time, it's an investment. And I think just like, that's where the offer and the niche matters more so than ever before. Because with online, you should be getting leads for under $5. Like, and you can get leads as low as 2 and 3. And then obviously you might close, say, 1 out of 100. That sounds ridiculous, but if you're getting $3 leads, your cost per acquisition is $300 for a program that's $3,000. You take a 10-to-1 any day of the week.
100%. And what I learned from just through you, like interviewing those people from Systems by Design and all that kind of stuff, I delved into their podcast and I listened so much to their 7-figure business.
AG and AP Legends, they literally taught me so much.
Yeah, and I just took away some real key lessons there. They're like, it's all about what the fuck your brand is called. Like, let go of what... See, this is my brand, Cut Method. It was designed for men, but I'm like, women aren't going to fucking resonate with that. Like, they said even your Facebook page name needs to relate to who they are. Like, call it something very simple so that they look at the Facebook page name or the ad name or whatever the page name is. Like, oh yeah, that's me. It's just like... Mine was just very general, like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Mate, Oxum's razor. Typically Oxum's razor, it's one of the things that me and Mitch talk about all the time. If there is a problem, typically it is the most obvious answer. Where like, women aren't going to resonate with the cut method. It's and it's the first thing they see in the ad, right? So 100%, that's where like online brands, they can have like multiple pages where it could be the cut method, could be the Lioness project, it could be the bodybuilding project, and then it just all filters up into one brand. And each ad, Facebook page, offer name, different funnels, different video, different webinars. And that's where like paid ads, while it is the true unlock to success, like it is complicated. And I guess it's a good thing, because if it was easy, everyone would do it. But once 100%. You have that paid funnel unlocked and all the metrics make sense, well, then you just dump money into it.
Mm-hmm. And that's I guess that from AG and AP as well. They were like, yeah, we have our main brand, but then we just create brands for our different niches. We were like, we're spending $30,000 a week. The lead cost eventually fucks up. And it's like, we need to create another brand, another niche. Let's create it under this brand. It's like, man.
Yeah. So I have 2 Facebook pages. I have Fitness Business Consulting and I have Jamie Richardson Studio Growth. And I advertise on both pages. And Pilates and yoga studios resonate more with Jamie Richardson Studio Growth as opposed to Fitness Business Consulting, which resonates with gyms. So it's sometimes it can be that simple.
Makes so much sense. And that's why currently I've been like rebranding everything to like, because I was trying to pick a niche. I was like, fuck it. And it's been thinking too much time. 70% of my clients are women over 40. They have less spouse objections than mums and stuff like that. So I was like, look, I'll do a fit over 40 body transformations page. We're rebranding to FF40 and like pink. It's called Fit and Fierce over 40, our program. And then everything's like pink instead of red and stuff like that. I'm like, look, we need to just all those little things add up.
It sounds crazy, but if it's pink, right? Women resonate more with pink. The cost per impression is low. The click-through rate is higher. And we're talking like 1% difference can be the difference between a successful campaign or not.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's just don't be attached to the brand. It can't be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, 100%. Mate, I've got to wrap up. I know I was late. I apologize, but I would love you to get one piece of advice for anyone who is still trying to crack organic content. Someone is new. They've got 1,000 followers. They've been posting for 6 months. They're not making sales. Someone with 600,000 followers. What would you recommend to that person?
Really easy. This is going to be very tactful. All you need to do is you need to go to TikTok. Just go to TikTok, search a keyword, weight loss, fat loss, just whatever your keyword is, anything. And then you sort by most liked. Go to the very top one, like the ones that have like 1 million likes, they've got 12 million views and stuff like that. Like click on the video, download it to your phone or go to Snaptick or something like that. And then what you want to do is export that, Okay, export that into transcribe. I use transcribe.com. It transcribes the whole thing. Get ChatGPT up, and then just say, hey, rewrite this so it's original, unique, and better, and make sure it doesn't sound plagiarized or something like that. And then it'll give you the exact thing to say.
Mate, I love that. That is the most tactical piece of content ever. Find the highest performing video, rewrite it for your niche, and copy it.
Correct. That's all you need to do. Cool. And a lot of like success came from, you get more success from organic by the planning stage rather than the actual video itself. Because if there's topics that are out there that are already hitting, like a good topic to go for is like cortisol. Just type in cortisol, create videos around cortisol. Look at what other creators are doing and study what these creators, and ask yourself why that went viral. Really study. It's always 2 to 3 seconds and there's different scene change, keep it engaging, all that kind of stuff. And once you get the topic right and they resonate, that's when it'll fucking blow up, because most people like myself was just posting shit I thought the audience liked without really studying what is viral, how can I recreate it.
Mate, I love that so much. I love the tactical, the piece of advice. If you're an organic coach, do that today. Don't do anything else.
That's it.
Mate, appreciate your time. Thank you so much for coming on.